So, hello, lovely beings. Another episode of the Human Light Bulbs podcast here, and I'm very excited about today again. I'm MissHellbreaker, come from Holland, living in Spain, yoga, meditation teacher, energy healer, give energy healing courses, and I just make a lot of videos and interviews wherever I can help people expand their consciousness and understand this reality more and more and how to deal with it. And today I have Eddie BenAbraham here, and I'm looking forward to this. And maybe you can tell a bit about yourself.
Thank you for having me, love. Appreciate it. My name is Eddie BenAbraham, and I'm a mentor, spiritual guide, and a channel, a healing facilitator, and a few more things. And I'm here and excited to be on your show. Thank you for having me.
Yay. And one that you had like a spiritual awakening of, how did that happen with you?
Some people think it's a one thing, one zippy zip, and it happens overnight. For me, it was always present ever since I was a kid. I knew things, I felt things, I saw things, and I had a very powerful childhood with my parents. My dad was a very powerful guide, including my grandmother and grandfather from my mother's side, who come from a very powerful lineage of spiritual from ancient Persia. You can call it a shamanic energy and healing and whatever they
Oh, wow.
gave us. Yeah, it's very, very, very interesting stuff there. So over the years, it's been an accumulation of things. Some of the teachers and mentors and assistants that I came across and became part of my life have been very powerful in my journey. For example, Cryon with Lee Carroll, Steve Rother. Yeah, Steve Rother has been a very important step there. And a lot of them have been also part of my life on a daily basis. I'm grateful and honored to be surrounded by a huge, I'll say it's not a huge, but it's huge in its essence and its power and love, by incredible people around me, beautiful souls who are, we're continuously in contact, and we support one another and we learn from one another. And it's been there for a long time. And it has increased exponentially in the last 3-4 years.
And is there a certain reason why you felt like it exponentially increased, like the energies or the...
So I call the spiritual boot camp started in 2007, 2008, when everything just changed. The rug was pulled from under my feet, and then it started from in my physical and spiritual. I had to learn how to walk again. My back just went out and it wouldn't work anymore. I had to restructure my body again. It took me a year to get back on my feet, walk straight, and then heal myself then on. And then more incredible spiritual processes have come through ever since. And then in 2019, I received a message to build Vortex. So I dropped everything. And actually, it just came into being in a very perfectly aligned synchronistically with the companies I worked with. They just said, "Hey, listen, we're closing down, so you got to find something else to do." Okay, perfect timing. I'm ready. And so Vortex became, it was supposed to be a 3 websites platforms. And I just dropped everything out over time, and I stayed with Vortex because I had to hone in on a particular trajectory, and then that was the perfect one to go with. And over the last 4 years, it's been an incredible journey to put things together and bring things out of myself as well and learn new things. And what we have today is a platform that functions like a Facebook. It's a social media platform, a lightweight social media platform, and it has courses, classes, free healing journeys, as you've done yourself with the whales, healing with Gaia and the 7 founders. There's free stuff there, the community to join, and I'm there to support. This is my home. This is my home for you. So when you come in, you're welcome. I feed you and I take care of you, and you're there with me, with all of us.
Really nice. Yeah, I will put the link on the website underneath so you can find it. And there's like a lot of things that you can do. And I did this myself, the meditation. It was a lot of crying. I did a lot of crying. Like first it was like recognition, and then it was like letting go, and then it was like tapping into the future, like what is coming. Because like, yeah, I have an idea, but on the other side, we have an idea, but also we don't have any ideas. So it's really like we are in very, very interesting times right now. I don't know, like, yeah, in what way how do you feel like how it's going and where we're going as a collective? What can you say about that?
First, I'm honored that you joined us. You've done the spectacle, and I know you've done the first one, and the second one is coming up, and so looking forward to see how you experience that one. Um, Humanity is heading into a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful future, and I call it, many also call it the golden age. And we've already decided that we're going to stay around. We're not going anywhere. Earth is going to stay where it is. We're going to be on the planet. We're going to continue our work. We're going to evolve, continuously evolve. And so we're coming into this graduation phase where we have to, in order to continue our work, in order to ascend to the next level of reality, the new Earth, the new, everything new, right? We have to let go of the past. We have to take out the past. We have to uproot, literally uproot what has been going on the planet for so long. It is a cancer. It's an evil cancer that's been going on the planet, and we cannot continue unless we clean or at least begin to clean it out in a very substantial way. And there's many layers to this process. There's many aspects to this. You can see all around you things that are happening and what's taking place around the world. And it's happening. And we're coming very close to a very big event that's going to affect us in a very deep level, primarily here in the US, because the US right now holds the key for the rest of the planet, thanks to its constitution and its and Bill of Rights and what the founding fathers have known how to prepare for this time that we're at right now. And once we win this war, and it is war between light and dark, we're going to start building an incredible planet, incredible society, freedom, prosperity, compassion, health, and it's going to be beyond. I don't think anybody understands this now. It's going to be incredible, incredible.
And what do you think? So on one hand, we know it, but at this moment, like a lot of people say, like, we already won. It's just playing out. But for some people, it's still quite difficult in the moment to deal with. What would you like? And in what way? Like, do you? Yeah.
In essence, it's true.
Yeah.
We already won. We chose. We had this measurement in 1987, the harmonic convergence. It was a worldwide meditation, and this basically sent a signal to source. We're staying. We want to stay. We're not leaving. We're not going to have a reset again. So what that has done is create a new trajectory for Earth and humanity, and we're on it. And so basically, because of our choices, we already won. The thing is that we have to go through these steps. This is school. Earth, life, reincarnation, all of this is school. We have to learn things, and we cannot learn without having the experience. And so what we're going through right now, the challenges, the pain, the sorrow, the grief, the anger, the frustration, the scared, this level of feeling as if it's hopeless. We have to go through this. And there's a few layers to this, why we're going through this. One of them is for us to grow, to mature, to graduate so that we understand. Another one is to come close to source, come back to God. At the end of this, at some point, all of us are going to be on our knees saying, God, please help us. This is the moment we have to get to. And then the primary one, and this is what I love the most about this whole thing, they've shown me why we have to go through this in this particular way. And what they've done is they've taken me to a higher perspective, just like an airplane goes very, very high and you have a higher perspective about the whole situation. So they say, okay, let's go up there. Let's have a look at every planet that has gone through or reached a particular moment, just like we are right now, and it had the choice to ascend. Every planet, every civilization reaching this moment in time had to reach and has to reach a particular level of energy on the planet that has to do with one thing, and that is compassion. Without a heightened level of compassion, we will not be able to cross. So how do we reach a higher level of compassion? Through an event. So us seeing all this darkness, the darkness has been here for a long time. It's not something new. It's just because there's more light on the planet, you see the darkness. It's the same analogy. Cryon said this before. He said there's an analogy that he uses. He says, imagine you have a house where all the light bulbs are 25 watts. The power of the light is very dim. Now let's change the light bulbs. Put 100 watts. Now you'll be able to see, that corner. I never saw that corner. There's a lot of dust in there. There's some cockroaches there. There's some dirt over there. You start to see things. Seeing things you haven't seen before. The dark cannot hide it. That's what you see right now.
And
it's going to get worse.
That's really clear.
And it's going to get worse.
Wow. Yeah.
It's going to get very intense. And what do I mean by worse? It's not worse by being darkness is going to get more dark. It's just, it's going to show itself. It's going to make the dark is not going to die without a fight. And the good guys, on the other hand, are trying to save as many people as possible. But at the end of the day, we're at war, and we're going to go through some events. And one of the hope that I have that I can give people is know that we already won this. We have to continue working through this. Prayer, meditation, being together, helping one another, working on yourself, opening the heart, letting go of all the stuff that you've been carrying from past life and this lifetime. Letting go of resentment, fear, anger, sorrow, shame, all those energetical things you carry on you, so that you clear those out, and then you're able to work with people on a higher level, clear level, joyful, compassionate. This is where we're heading.
Yes, that's really good where we're heading. But at this moment, you're like, not yet. Like now it's the chaos, the dark is coming out for more to see. And it also has like things happening right now. But you really think that there's a certain like event coming. Do you think that is coming soon already?
It's all about God's timing.
Okay, yeah.
There's many people out there who have premonitions.
We even
idea
had now
about
with the
signs.
we even had now with
the 4th yesterday, right? Yeah, they had so many speculations about this. Okay, again, if you put fear into it, it's going to become fear. Mike, oops, where'd you go? I lost you. My kids know everything. We communicate. We know everything. We Dad, what do you think is going to happen? I said, I don't think anything's going to happen. I think it's just another way of testing things and finding out how people are, and to test the system, because something is going to happen, and we'll need a system to help people. So, what was your question again?
Yeah, that it first comes out and about the event, because you say like you need more compassion in the world, and there's an event coming.
It's already happening. Okay, we're stepping into it. It's a gradual process, and then there's going to be a spike. Now the spike is going to happen either over a long time or a short time, but something's going to happen that's going to awaken the people. I don't know exactly how and when. But we know a few things are going to happen. We know that the truth is going to be exposed. We know that there's going to be a scare event, a nuclear scare event that's not going to happen. So don't worry, everything's fine. There's no more nuclear weapons on the planet. We're safe. And the financials are going to collapse. What do I mean by collapse? The old has to go. The old system has to go. But there is already a new system in place getting ready to replace it. It's not like we're going to have a free fall and we're not going to know what's going to happen. The good guys are ready for this. There's good forces at hand. We have so much protection. It's incredible. We have families from other planets up there, on the planet, inside the planet, wherever you want to go, on the water. They're watching over us. You know how many times we've had situations where errors, mistakes that could have caused incredible damage to the planet and killed a lot of people. Those times they came and assisted us. There's plenty of evidence out there. You can go and research it. I'm not imagining this, and I'm not inventing this. We have a lot of help. We just have to believe, to come back to God, to balance our lives, to become more human to one another than enemies. Remove all separations. No more separation, because that was the tactics of those bad people. I won't even call them people; they're monsters. Divide and conquer. They've been here for thousands of years, and they've been doing it systematically all the time. So what's a division? Where's the division? My ethnicity, my religion, my hair, my color of the skin. There's no separation. We all come from up
male,
there, the same source. We come from the same place. There's no separation.
But they separated like all of us, like you, like, but also like male, female, or where you come from. It's like, but we have to come together and unite as one humanity, and
100%.
see that some people are not part of humanity, because we also have, like, I really like it that you're not only talk about like light and love, and that you also call out that what you said, like evil. And that's what I really like. People have to really see that there's an evil force out there here, like that we like, and that we are getting rid of it. Just us knowing that they're there and talking about it means already, like, they're already exposed, and it's getting more and more people knowing it. But for a lot of people, it's still like they don't really believe that it's like that we have that much evil also here on this planet. People, yeah, it's difficult for people to see, I think.
It's very challenging. It is very challenging to accept that something like this, or even part of it, exists. This is a big resistance. A lot of people, even after this, a lot of people are not going to accept it, which is, unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. But darkness in the universe exists in all different forms. It has to. It's the agitator into enlightenment on so many levels and so many aspects. So there's got to be that agitator that brings light into more light and helps us evolve. This goes back to creation, goes back to how much time do we have?
Yeah, we have enough time. We have enough time.
Bottom line, dark has to exist because it is the agitator of evolution, and through free choice, we're able to create a reality that is slowly and gradually goes back to source, goes back to the origin, where we come from. And all possibilities exist. We just have to choose which one we want to go with.
But it's also in each other's, like, individual life. A lot of times the darkness also had to be there, because otherwise we wouldn't have woken up. That's why we're also, like, the reason that some people are woken up earlier is because they experienced some trauma or like an event in their life, and then it woke them up. So it was also necessary for them to wake up, and that's why I call it also, like, because of trauma. You're like a glitch in the matrix, like you're a glitch in the program, because if everything went great, you wouldn't have felt otherwise. So that's why it's also like how you said it, darkness maybe also was necessary. And and do you think, like, we gonna expel the dark fully, or is it still has its how it's
no? I don't think it's reasonable to say that, because it's impossible. Again, as you said, very 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 divinely, right now it's internally within us. We have it. And and many say, oh, how could God allow things like this? God gave you the permission, gave you the choice to make choices. And so through your choices, this is the reality we're in. It's an accumulation of choices from over time by all souls on the planet. It wasn't made by one. You chose it, I chose it, he chose it, she chose it, and then the accumulation over the years, this is what happens. This is what we call the trajectory of reality and future of individual soul or collective. The key here is, I want to go back a little bit. Everybody have their choice. Each one is in different stage, different. I don't want to call it even level, because level is, it causes a separation. We're in a different state, just a little bit, a few degrees to the left or the right. And we have to honor each one at the stage they're in and be compassionate with it. It's the one with the mask that's just wearing the mask. Honor them. That's their choice. That's what they see. There's nothing, you can smile at them. Maybe they'll say, you know what, I'll take off my mask for a second and I'll smile back. Some won't do it. They don't see it. They chose to be here at this time. They're choosing their choices as they're walking this earth. There's no reason for us to be angry at them or to judge them. We can also just hold them as brothers and sisters and help them. That's the only way.
That's a beautiful message, because I had a gradual wake up, but I had like a sudden wake up. So I felt like I was totally in it without knowing anything, and then suddenly I woke up. So I felt like I was them before. So I would have known differently if I woke up through a burnout. So I felt like I was them before that. So I feel like a lot of love and compassion to everybody, but it's also, I like it how you call it, you don't have different levels, but I think this, every human being lives in a total different universe, have language, culture, upbringing. It's really interesting, even though maybe you have different beliefs, but we can still be kind to each other. It's really interesting how it works, and how we can be even more compassionate to each other. And that's I really love that message of you.
In the Jewish scripture, there's some wise words out there. They say each one is a world in itself, herself, himself. And you just think about this, everyone with their own story, everyone with their own experiences, everyone with their own ideas, emotions, feelings. Although we all come from the same place, we each chose just a little bit of different flavor of ice cream. We're all ice creams, but just a little bit of a different flavor. So enjoy the feast.
Yeah, I liked also the one that says you all are different trees. You can't say this tree is not better than the other tree.
Definitely.
So that's really interesting. So you said already quite some things that people can do. So that's really really good. And where we're going and what people can do. So in what way are like you said, are you there for other people there at this moment if someone really needs help? And in what way are with your website and stuff? What things did you have exactly on there? You said
so. I have a few ways to assist.
Yeah.
One of them is through my sessions. I do private sessions, and I do utilize this in old a ceremony through coffee cup grounds readings. Now, traditionally, you have to drink the coffee. With me, you don't have to. You just sign up for the session and I turn the cup for you. Now, the cool thing about the cups is because when you turn over the cup, you have all kinds of different messages in the cup. It could be letters, energy lines. It could be images of people, names, numbers. It literally just gives me a movie. At the same time, we just dive also into different aspects of your past, present, and future. We can also go back to past lives. That's not in the cup. That's when, I channel things from beyond that. So that's one of them, the session. And then I have a 6 month course that you can join. It is to help you expand your consciousness, increase the level of awareness, to open your heart even wider. And it is it's something I'm very, very proud of. It took me a while to put it together. And to this day, we have students coming in and they're doing great. They're enjoying this. And then the third one, which has just came in a couple of months ago, is the spectacle. Now, as you said in the beginning, you've done the first one. The spectacle is basically a healing journey. It's a free meditation. I call it a healing journey because it's beyond what you would call a meditation. Things happen there. And when you we come into the website, click on the spectacle, go down to the testimonials, what people say, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, why did they call it a spectacle? Because at the end of the second one, you have to first do the first and then do the second one. But at the end of the second one, there is a message there that has to do with the future. And when we're done with this, you get to know why they called it a spectacle. It's profound. It's very powerful. It has a lot of elements in it that come in with, thanks to a lot of experience that I've gained in the last 5 years primarily. And the best thing to do is to try it. It's free for humanity. Not asking for anything. Just come in with intention. You want to heal yourself. You want to heal, your body, your physical, your emotion. You want to help heal the future. You want to bring the future faster, quicker, beautiful. And immerse yourself in this love that they come and give us. It's a combination of 3 energies: the original whales, Gaia, and the 7 founders. Now, the original whales are basically the original whales that come from a galaxy of water. They are the ones who are in charge of assigning whales to different planets. There's whales in every planet. Every planet that has the capacity to have life and advanced life has to have whales on it. So they're in charge of this. Now, the 7 founders are representing the original whales. So the 7 founders are basically the 7 energies of a very divine entities or energies that are responsible for orchestrating life in the universe. There's clusters of universes in the whole cosmos, if you want to call it. It's very, it's mind-boggling just to think about it. Or to try to think about it. So they're in charge of giving these instructions, and there's God. There's God that's in charge of everything. It's everything that we see, know, and ever know, and beyond. But there's got to be those who are in charge of implementing God's will on different levels, just like us. We are doing God's will on a daily basis. We're loving. We want to be enjoy. We reproduce. There's so much in our life. We eat food. We enjoy food. That everything all together, it's just God's will. And so the 7 founders, they have an incredible, beautiful energy that they come through with, and they're here to help. They're here to assist. They're here to teach us. And they came in. It's funny. In early 2022, they said we're 7 and we're coming in to help. Was it 22? I can't remember it correctly. It was 21. I said, okay. And then they showed up April of March of last year. It was 2022. And from that point on, it was just a continuous conversations. I had to go to the beach every day. And they said, Eddie, we got to work on you. You have to be next to the water so we can work with you and deliver the messages. So we recorded a lot of stuff. And they said, okay, we want this to be as a book. And then some of the messages, I couldn't wait for a book. I say, you know what, guys, let's put this out there on the website. So on the website, on the 7 Founders page, you'll find some channeling there that were basically just very present and ready to share right then and there for you just to read and be exposed. And instead of having the books, which we'll do later, books is a big deal. I've put together a lot of information in 4 classes, free. Just come in, listen, enjoy, immerse yourself in the energy and the knowledge, and it's beautiful. You're invited.
That's beautiful. Yeah, because after I did the meditation, I said it to a friend that it was like, oh, I really felt the connection and the with the whales. And I said, I first didn't have that so much. But my friend said, yeah, but you do have like energy from Atlantis. And she made a life code of me. And she said, I have whales in there. And I didn't even know that. So it was really interesting how that came about just after I did this meditation. So, and my friends saw already whales in my light code. So, yeah, there's, I think, more to it, like dolphins and whales. There's much more to it than I think we know. Like you said, they're all on every planet. I think we also has a culmination. This planet has a combination of a lot of things from all different planets, and so the whales also come here now to assist humanity in this transitions, particularly.
Oh, big time. Yeah. They've been here longer than us. They've been here for 30 million years, and we came after. We developed into humanoids, and then, our parents came in and did the work in order to bring us to what we are today. History is not a straight line. There's so many deviations and changes and meridians and within the history of our planet that it's very difficult to pinpoint. So when somebody goes back to the past and does some channeling about the past, you can say that everybody has truth in it because they're seeing things from their perspective. So whales are our family. Our DNA and their DNA, there's layers of DNA inside us that's part of theirs. And there's part of us. We have to have their DNA. Their family. And I'm not saying that there's no other connection to the Earth herself, because there is. We were, our mother and father, they ate the provisions of the planet, the fruits, the animals, and then we were created through this. And so there's a connection there. There's a deep connection on many levels. But through the DNA and through the ancestry, layer 9 and 10 of our DNA is associated with the cetaceans. And it's a very powerful connection where we are still not aware of how important it is. And we're still, in coming years, we're going to start, unraveling it to show how the connection is so important. There's one thing I want to share from the classes. They talk about, this is very beautiful. Whales do ceremonies in the ocean. Whales do ceremonies as they are receiving the information from the sun and the central sun. They transmute it within them, in them. They're the translators of the information. And then they do ceremonies underwater in particular areas of the planet where there's particular fissures with gravity, where they know that this is a place where they can actually do it and that it's optimal for the planet. And they code the water. Now, this water they're coding, it comes directly to you and everybody else on the planet. There's no place on the planet that doesn't have water. We breathe water. We transmute the water inside us. There's receptors in our behind our nose and other places, the lungs, heart, and all those, palms of our hands. That's on atomic level. We transmute the water into energy, into prana, into information. And so, source sends information from the central sun. The whales get it. They do the work, and they send it through the water to us.
That's a beautiful.
Very simple. That's beautiful. And there's, they said one more thing. I'm going to just want to add. We have more time, right?
Yeah.
One more thing. It's really, really cool. Hold on a second. Really cool. So the songs they sing, right? Their language. We talk about their language, which is very, very powerful too. Very complex. Through their language, through their songs, there is a direct connection between the types of songs and our chromosomes. DNA. Very
But
powerful stuff.
their songs.
Yeah, they say there's 24 songs, 24 chromosomes. So there's
Mm-hmm.
24 different variations of their way that they code the water, and which is aligned with the 24 chromosomes.
Okay. And people that like you or other people know that they coding the water and they feel that.
I think it's through awareness that you
Mm-hmm.
know that something happens.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when you're aware of something, you know it and you're able to identify it. So now that we speak about it, more people will know.
That's great.
I hope there's more people out there who channel them. I haven't heard anybody. Yes, but I know there's a lot of people who channel the whales.
Okay.
But who knows? Just like Cryon, it's not exclusive to anyone. Anybody can channel them.
Yeah, but normally, like a lot of times, you have like people from like thinking from like different planets, or you have what do you have like all different people from
Arcturians,
different yeah that's
Lyrans,
like
yeah,
the
Pleiadians, yeah.
Pleiadians and stuff and Arcturians, and then you have also people like deities like goddesses and stuff,
Hmm.
Wen Yin, and then this, and then like Jesus and Mary, that you have like a
Yeah.
lot of people channeling that, but you also have people like a lot of people channeling the whales, so that's
Mhm.
yeah, for me that's a first one, so that's you were the first one that I came across. So but that is really interesting that like a lot of people also channeling specifically the whales.
Yes.
Okay. And that, like you said, also the awareness of that will grow. So so that's beautiful that we can bring that as well to the people. So who knows, this comes up, like even just like doing the meditation, it came across already more in my reality. So this is really interesting, and how it will also evolve for other people. So that's a beautiful thing. So I would definitely recommend people to doing those healing journeys on your website. So the link is underneath here, so you can find that. And thank you so much for this
Thank you, dear
interesting
sister.
talk, and
Appreciate
also
it.
for the hope you give, like the hope you give for humanity as a whole. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you, dear sister. All
So
right.
people,
Thank you,
thank
everyone.
you for
Have
being
fun. See you all soon. See you all very, very soon.